Oh boy, Trucker Todd here again, and time for another video. This is one of those videos that if you didn't think I was crazy before, you might think I'm crazy after this video. In this video, I'm going to do a little rant on mega carriers, and which is, for those outside of trucking, large trucking companies. And I'm even going to have to use a Star Trek reference and a political reference to China. So, we're going to talk about some of the issues I've got with mega carriers, and I think I should point out before we start this video that DART is not a mega carrier, but I will probably mention them in this video too. At just under 1,200 trucks, they're not the company I'm referring to, or the companies I'm referring to. But anyway, I'm just babbling now. Let's jump right into today's topic.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round, for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Okay, I'm back. Before we continue, let's go through the normal spiel. If you have not given me a thumbs up yet, please do. You can also share this video on your social media platforms. I'll be uploading it to Instagram here in just a little bit. You can also, if you want to get more information about going to work at DART, there will be a link below if you'd like to call DART to talk to them about opportunities in your area or ask questions. There's a phone number there, and also my email and Instagram information are there as well. You can leave a comment or email me. I get several emails a week, and I always try to answer them back as quick as I can. Same with the comments. Okay, so mega carriers. Boy, we got a lot to cover here. All of these mid to small size companies, and I would include DART in there in some ways. Later this week, I'm going to have a review of my T680 come out. And then on Friday, I'm going to have a review of DART come out. Been here a little over 100 days, and it's time to do those videos. For the most part, it's been great, but they have their shortcomings like any other company, and I'm going to tell you what some of those are that I've found. What I've noticed about mega carriers is they come up with all these great ideas that hurt trucking, and a lot of times they do it in the name of safety, but it's not safe. Let me give you an example, and this is one that I think everybody will agree with. Self-driving trucks. That's driven by the ATA and these mega carriers because it's a way to eventually eliminate the driver. Now, nobody should panic. This is decades away. There's YouTube videos right now where they put a piece of duct tape on the freeway and it causes the truck to crash. So any kind of debris or anything on the road could set these trucks off. I don't think we have to worry about that, but we already have these irritating sensors on trucks that beep and buzz and hum. And you know, I remember when you used to could turn on your favorite radio station and listen to it peacefully while you were going down the road. You can't do that now because there's constant interruptions from beepers and buzzers and things like that. And so this is driven by the mega carriers, and I can't understand why all these other companies are in a rush to copy these mega carriers and race to the bottom. For example, DART Transit right now, independent contractors, their turnover rate's about 40%, which is excellent. Excellent. And I see why. It's a great place to work. Mega carriers, it could be 150, 200%. Why would a company with a turnover rate of 40% want to do something that a company of 150% has? And I think this is where the Star Trek analogy comes in. It's like the Borg in Star Trek. You must assimilate. Everybody wants to be like the big carriers. The big carriers can't even hire people. People with experience don't go to work at these places. So they rely on students. And they give them half-hearted, not really good training, and then put them out here on the road and hope they don't crash. What they save in labor expenses, they spend in legal expenses. Now, you know, I called another YouTuber a while back a bonehead. Well, there's actually a YouTube channel. I would encourage you guys to check it out. It's called Bonehead Truckers. And they spend a lot of time showing YouTube videos of Swift trucks doing silly things. Now, it's not Swift's fault per se. It is their school's fault because they're not training their guys better. They're just running a labor mill similar, here's my political reference, to China. Mega carriers are the sweatshop in trucking. They're not concerned about the public safety, in my opinion. They're not concerned about putting a good product out, in my opinion. It's just, how can we get a warm body in a seat? And let's talk about another thing while we're on this. Here's another political reference for you. So, you've got, let's see how we can do this. Okay, you've got companies that want to reduce the speed of trucks. Now, when I started at Swift in the late 90s, 1996 to be exact, the trucks ran 57 miles an hour and I made 20 cents a mile. They said they did it for speed and for safety and efficiency. It's supposed to get better fuel economy. All right, safety, we can debate that. Maybe it is safer, maybe it's not. If you're a training company, it might be safer. My concern, and I've told them this before, is you're going down the highway at 60, 65 miles an hour in a state where the speed limit is 75, or California where you're doing 55 and the rest of the public's doing 70 at least. Some of them are doing a lot faster than that. And they're texting on their phones, they're playing with their radio, and I worry about being rear-ended. Then you couple these sensors they got on there that can randomly slam on the brakes at any time. And I recently, with the vice president of safety here at DART, was discussing this with him. Oh, Todd, that doesn't happen. So I started giving him instances. He looks it up. Well, it only slows your truck down 3 miles an hour. I said, well, it feels like a lot more because it's slamming on the brakes. But even if that's true, even if everything you're saying is true, is it good for my brake system for me to have brake stabs like that? Well, no, it's not. Yeah, he admitted that. So while speed from a safety point, especially around curves and stuff, might be good for a new guy to be limited, I can see that it's equally as dangerous. Now, let's talk about fuel economy. I'll agree. The slower you go, the better fuel economy you'll get. I'm not going to argue that. Let's pick a speed. I'd like to see all the trucks around 70 personally. I think that's reasonable. But let's say you think 60 is the ideal speed for trucks. If 60 is safe and better fuel economy, why not do 50? If 50 is safe and great fuel economy, why not do 40? You see what I'm saying? Common sense has to kick in somewhere. And we're becoming like third world countries. What do you mean, Todd? Well, if we keep taking it down, you know what'd be the safest? You know what'd be the most fuel efficient? Let's deliver freight on 3-wheeled bicycles. They do it in Asia. I mean, if we want to become like a third world country, let's all wear masks. They've done it for decades in Europe and Asia over there. We're trying to regress back to a state of countries that are worse off than we are. We don't need to do that. And why these companies are racing to the bottom with these mega carriers that none of us would work for is beyond me. I just don't understand it. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. We live in a great country. We've got great opportunity. Why do we want to do things that hamper us? Also, electronic logs came from mega carriers. Now, while I don't have a problem with electronic logs, look at all the expense and cost. And I mean, my OmniTrax goes down a couple times a week now. It went down the other day where it just kept rebooting. Fortunately, it kept my log stuff, but it kept going down. I called DART, told them, and they said, yeah, I was the second person to report it. They were going to get a hold of OmniTrax and see if they could figure it out. A couple hours later, it was working again. I realized why there was a need for electronic logs. But what I don't realize is why you need to punish everybody for what a few people do. Punish those that are bad, and those that are making honest mistakes or things like that, cut them a little slack. And so that's another great idea from the mega carriers. But my mind went blank. I had more I wanted to complain about the mega carriers, and I'm going to wrap it up for now. You guys tell me what you think, and I may have to make a second video as new developments occur. But thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.